Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Grant High School Lacrosse Senior Lacrosse Night. We have We have 117 boys graduating. We will go in alphabetical order. The tunnel is set, so we're going to start with our first senior.
Hold on. Barely hear you. Mic's not working.
Hello? Better? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to senior night. Are we ready for our first senior? We are going to start with Everett Berry. Here he comes sprinting through the tunnel. Everett is joined by parents Heather and Roger. Big thanks to Heather for serving as Grant Lacrosse Board President. Everett has been playing lacrosse for 12 years. He also played co-ed rec soccer and ran cross country. He enjoys the outdoors, having been a trip leader and serving on the steering committee for Post 58 Mountaineering Club, as well as backpacking and rafting. He is likely to take a gap year and then headed to Colorado State University to study engineering. The coaches say despite Everett's mellow demeanor, he's got a killer instinct once the helmet goes on. We've all witnessed Ev towering over the attackman, running with him stride to stride while timing a beautiful check that jars the ball loose. Not only has Ev made tremendous strides on the field, but the growth he's shown in the huddle is most amazing. 3 years ago, we had to bribe him with McFlurries to get him to talk, and now we can't get him to stop talking. Well done, Everett. Christian Borchardt. Christian is joined by parents Michelle and Kurt, and brothers Noah and Luke. He's played lax for 10 years. He also played JV football. Christian served as a volunteer at Beyond Differences and for Portland Community Football Club. He is currently deciding between a gap year or starting at Cal State Chico. His parents say that from the first time Christian could walk, he always had a tree stick in his hand, whether on the playground or camping. So lax was the perfect sport for him. We knew once he learned that Miles, Marshall, and Austin were playing, he too wanted to join. Christian really values the friendships and experiences with all of his EPL and Grant Lax brothers. Coaches say Christian has battled with injuries which kept him from having a consistent season. In spite of this, when he's able to play, he's always upbeat, focused, and never complaining about the frustrations he's had to deal with. He's a smart player and a big body. He's able to run through his guy at X. Would have loved to have had him for a full 3 years of uninjured Christian, but he's been a pleasure to coach and have in our program. Marshall Brower. Marshall is joined by Dad Court. Peggy wishing you well in Florida.
Everett's here.
Thanks, and Everett, former high school All-American, Everett. Thanks, Court, for serving as the master scheduler on the Grant Lacrosse Board. Marshall has played for 12 years. He also played co-ed rec soccer, Wolfpack Reigns. He will be attending the University of Oregon in the fall. His parents say in the 4th grade, Marshall almost quit lacrosse, but his parents made him attend the first practice. He had so much fun, he decided to stick with it. Over the years, he's been dubbed Swiss Army knife of the team, willing to play whatever position the team needed him in. Coaches say Marsh has been the do whatever's needed and not complain about it guy. He's played every possible position in the last 2 years. The team is forever grateful for his attitude, utility, and for being such an elusive, slippery player. His presence on the field makes an immediate impact on how the whole team plays. Nice job, Marsh. Lucas Dieter. Lucas is joined by parents John and Suzanne. He's played lax for 10 years. The only other sport he's tried during high school, Xbox. Someone stole my punchline. Lucas will be going to U of O this fall, where he's been offered direct admittance into the Lundquist School of Business. He has helped build a love for the game with younger players by coaching at EPL. His parents say Lucas opted to be a goalie from the get-go. He's had a lot of adventures over the years, including getting left at a restaurant in Seattle. Lucas broke his kneecap at the beginning of this senior year and is now recovering. Coaches say over the last 3 years, Lucas has proven to be one of the best goalies in Oregon. He is the true quarterback of the defense. When he gets hot, it looks like the opposition is shooting beach balls at him. Sadly, this season ended in heartbreak for a guy who literally put his body on the line for the Generals. While his shoes are too big to fill on the field, Lucas continues to support and lead our defense from the sideline. Nice job, Lucas. Next up, Elliot Fee. Elliot is joined by Mom Robin. As David, we wish you well in Seattle. And Susanna. Thanks to Dave for taking the lead on fundraising for the Grant Lacrosse Board. Elliot has played lacrosse for 10 years. He also enjoyed co-ed rec soccer throughout high school. Elliot has shared his love of lacrosse by helping to coach at Team Oregon and EPL. He's also co-founder of the Wolfpack Lacrosse Camp. He will be tending to play lacrosse in the fall at Dartmouth College. Sometimes Elliot even sleeps with his lacrosse stick. Elliot has developed into an amazing player, say his coaches, a leader and a quarterback of our Generals. A skilled, smart, passionate, and gritty player, Elliot commands a presence on the field as he always looks and is utterly in control. His love of the game and personal work ethic has got him to where he is today, and we all can't wait to see his lacrosse career continue at Dartmouth, where they can hopefully help with his BTB accuracy. Next, we have Camden Goldberg. Camden is joined by his parents, Brooke and Jason, grandparents, Forrest and Janine, and sister Nettie and girlfriend Marina. He has been playing lacrosse for 7 years and also tried wrestling. Cameron focused on academics, playing a leadership role in speech and debate as a varsity captain and a mentor. He was on the honor roll for 4 years and is a full IB diploma candidate. Camden served on the student council and was a camp counselor at Oregon Summer Star for 3 years. He will be playing D3 lacrosse at Johnson & Wales in Providence, Rhode Island, where he will study electrical engineering. His parents say that playing with Grant Lacrosse has helped him form into the young man he is today and helped him find a family of friends and great coaches during high school. The coaches say nobody can deny the type of energy Camden brings to games and practice every day. His upbeat attitude and contagious energy always gets the guys and coaches fired up. Camden continues to work on refining his skills, being one of the first guys at practice every day. His commitment to the game and being his best self will be amazing to watch at the next level. Well done, Camden. Next, we have Quinn Howells. Quinn is joined by parents Melissa and Sam. He's been playing lacrosse for 12 years. He also swam on the swim team and played basketball while being an honor student. Quinn volunteered for the Bud Clark Commons Transitional Housing, served as a lead for the Fall EPL Clinic, and was a volunteer swim coach for the CYO youth team. He will be attending the University of Vermont to study mechanical engineering. The coaches say the best way to describe Quinn's game is like a great defensive back in football. He is a terrific reader of the field with a kind of sixth sense to anticipate a knockdown or a rotation. Because Quinn is so disciplined, he puts our defense in a better position to lock down our opponents. Nice job, Quinn. Next, Sully Kroger. Sully is joined by parents Caitlin and Keith. Thanks to Caitlin for serving as Grant Lacrosse Board Secretary and to Keith for all of his service leading EPL and coaching many of these boys we're honoring tonight. Sully played lacrosse almost since he could walk at age 5. He's also played co-ed soccer and rec basketball. He will be graduating from the Japanese dual language immersion program, which he's been in since kindergarten. He's also participated in a number of different lacrosse programs. Sully has shared his love of the sport with younger players by officiating games and as co-owner of the Wolfpack Lacrosse Camp. He will be attending the University of Montana in the fall, where he will play lacrosse. Go Grizz. His parents say, ever the sugar lover, Sully once ate an entire bag of Montauk chocolate chip soft-baked cookies before the Sally tournament. Got so sick he spent the rest of the tournament unsure if he'd be able to finish the following day. The coaches say Sully has finally realized what a fantastic player he is and has put his all into this season. He's a passionate competitor and brings great energy to the team. Sully has struck a healthy balance between aggressive dodging, a shooter-shoot mentality, controlling the offense to get the best take whenever possible. All right. Next up, Noah Lewis. Noah is joined by parents Shorey and Keith. He's been playing lacrosse for 12 years. He also played co-ed rec soccer, water polo, basketball, and ultimate frisbee. He's been a member of the National Honor Society and the Key Club, as well as volunteering for Beyond Differences. Noah will be attending the University of Arizona in the Honors College this fall. The first thing his coaches say comes to mind when thinking of Noah is his unwavering disregard for his own personal safety and well-being. He puts his body on the line while dodging, getting ground balls, and hustling all over the field, always completely unfazed by taking the big hits that he somehow attracts. He's a true workhorse of a player. Next, we have Finn O'Kelly. Finn is joined by parents Niall and Susan. He's been playing lacrosse for 7 years. He's also been on the snowboard team as well as on grant leadership. Finn will be attending Montana State University this fall. Finn stepped up this year to play goalie after Lucas's injury and has filled the role amazingly well. He played it with his own special nonchalant style. Highlights so far have been his over-the-shoulder no-look pass on a clear against Hood River and repeatedly terrifying Dom by running out of the cage. Dom can take it. Next up, Jackson Schlicker. Jackson Schlicker is joined by his parents, Christine and Colby. He's been playing for 8 years. He also played basketball his freshman year. He's maintained a 3.65 GPA. He's also coached lacrosse clinics and camps. He will be attending the University of Massachusetts Lowell, right outside of Boston, to study kinesiology and play Division I lacrosse in the American East Conference for the UMass Lowell Riverhawks. His parents say Jackson is very thankful for this amazingly tight group of players, friends, and family. It was truly a special time. The coaches say, I don't think I've ever had a player that honestly no one can guard. Having a player on the team that always draws a slide is a blessing. Graham claims that it's all because he taught Jackson to have a shifty head when he was a freshman, but it's actually the countless hours that Jackson silently put in that turned him into the player that he's become. I always found it mind-blowing giving Jackson something new to work on, and he'd turn up after the weekend having completely mastered it. Can't wait to see the next stage of your lacrosse evolution playing Division I college lacrosse. Next up, Banjo Sheridan. Banjo is joined by parents Jessica and Michael. He's been playing lacrosse for 12 years. He also played rec basketball. He's maintained a 3.95 GPA and been a member of the National Honor Society and the Ping Pong Club. Banjo will be attending the University of Utah in the fall. The coaches say Banjo has had a fantastic season so far this year, running the offense smoothly and seeking out goals on the crease perfectly. He's always been the quiet, hard worker, and those efforts have been really paying dividends this season. Next up, Gavin Starks. Gavin is joined by Grandma Kim. He's been playing lacrosse for 4 years. Gavin is on the honor roll and will be playing lacrosse this fall in Portland's own Multnomah University. Gavin joined the Grant lacrosse team as a sophomore and immediately clicked with the boys, say his coaches. He picked up lacrosse later than most, but through his hard work, he has continued to make strides and become the solid lacrosse player he is today. We're all excited to see him continue his lacrosse career at Multnomah University, and hopefully we can catch some home games next year. Nice job, Gavin. Next, we have Huck Suib. Huck is joined by his parents, Christy and Sean. He's picked up the game quickly, having played just 3 years. Huck will be attending Oregon State University in the fall. Go Bees. The coaches say Huck easily over the past 2 years is the most improved players on the general squad. He is a true student of the game, always asking questions not only on individual matchups, but also trying to understand what the offense is doing and why. Being a short stick defensive midi is one of the hardest positions in sports, and the fact that he was able to pick it up so quickly shows what a great athlete he is. In the huddle, Huck is always the voice of reason and keeps everyone cool during adversity. Nice job, Huck. Next, we have Liam Thompson. Liam is joined by parents Catherine and John. Liam has been playing for 7 years. He has been awarded a full-ride Naval Marine College scholarship. He will be attending Westminster College in Salt Lake City, Utah in the ROTC program this fall. His parents remember that in his first tournament game in Bend in middle school, Liam scored the winning goal during a Braveheart. So fun. The coaches say Liam is intelligent, a hard worker, clinical, driven, competitive, and holds himself to a high standard. Liam has been amazing to coach, has given so much to the team, and embodies the emotional steadiness in games that we strive for as a program. Every other coach is jealous that they don't have their very own LT. Next, Miles Whiteford. Miles is joined by parents Heather and Mark. He's been playing lacrosse for 12 years. He also played basketball. Miles has maintained a 4.0 GPA through high school. He served as an EPL volunteer and a referee. Miles will be attending Tulane University in the fall in the Big Easy. The coaches say ankle breaker. Miles is an ankle breaker behind the cage, being able to split and roll on a dime. He's mastered climbing the ladder and shooting from the 15 to the point where I think he's the one player on our roster with a signature move. A hard worker who never complains, even when we run him to the ground in practices and games. Nice job, Miles. Last but certainly not least, Austin Yu. Austin is joined by parents Sarah and Casper from afar. Thanks to Casper for serving as treasurer for the Grant Lacrosse Board. Austin's been playing lacrosse for 11 years. He was also on the snowboarding team, played football, and ran cross country. He is a member of the Surf Club and Youth on Course with the Oregon Golf Association. Austin spent a few days a week working at Sabyong Thai, learning to wait tables, running the front house, and he acquired one of life's most important skills, the fine art of stir frying. Austin will attend Colorado College this fall. His parents had this to say: the U's would like to thank Coach Henry for opening his heart and his home to the boys. You are so much more than a lacrosse coach, Henry. You are a mentor to the boys, teaching them the art of free weights, card nights, pancake mornings, and witty conversation. You taught them how to be leaders and work as a team. We can't thank you enough for guiding our boys through the last 4 years of school, pandemic, and lacrosse. And to Austin, Mom and Dad would like to say, from EPL to Sally and Blue to Voodoo, Maryland, Philly, New York, and back, it's been an amazing and fun ride. We love you, Austin, and are so proud of you. And the coaches say Austin has been tasked since he was a sophomore with guarding the opposing team's best offensive threat. Not only would the other team avoid dodging on him altogether, but the times they would dare test him, he would make them pay. His lacrosse IQ and leadership skills make him the envy of defensive coaches everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 lacrosse seniors. Should we do it one more time? Now a presentation of gifts to the coaches.
Tell the seniors that they need to all come together for a picture now.
And now we need all the seniors.
Oh, they're going to run.
Our coaches are coming through the tunnel. We'll get the seniors up front for some team senior pictures. Seniors, please come forward. One more picture. Let's go, guys.
With the coaches.
Coaches and seniors, we need you forward for one more picture.
Here, I've got all yours.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Damon. Oh. Thanks, water. I'm not sure we'll ever have 17 of them.
Yeah.